ओमज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। संसार दुख जलदस्य पतितस्य काम क्रोधादिनक्रमकृकबलीकृतस्य दुर्वासनस्य निगतस्य निराशयस्य चैतन्यचन्द्रमम देहि पदावलम्बम्। चैतन्यचन्द्रमम देहि पदावलम्बम्। महाबोधे स्थिरे कनकरुचिरलीलशिखरे वसन प्रसदान्त सहज बलभद्रेण बलिना सुभद्रा मध्यस्थ सकल सुर सेवा वसरदो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु एवरीवन दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वृंदाई तुलसी देवाय प्रियाय केशवस्य कृष्ण भक्ति प्रदे सत्यपते नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। बोलो हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। वन मोर टाइम। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। First time program. I'm very grateful for Rag Lekha Didi and Venu Prabhu for having this program. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
And Leela and Zebde. Leela. She's shy. That's why I don't want to trouble her because then she's not going to host again. Okay. कुछ बोलेंगे? थोड़ा बोलो 5 मिनट। मैं तो बोलता हूँ रोज। Okay. श्री राय रामानंद संवाद। This chapter is kind of recap of what we are hearing since few days about Mahaprabhu establishing following of Varnashram Dharma or offering your results to Krishna. Both are external and they are not bhakti. प्रभु कहे एहो बाज्य आगे कहो आग। राय कहे स्वधर्म त्याग एई साध्य सार। What we heard yesterday, Mahaprabhu said this is external. You have to understand Mahaprabhu. Who's Mahaprabhu?
Krishna and Radha.
Radharani and Krishna together, Mahaprabhu. Oh, we have seat for Vidagdha Madhav Prabhu. Gopal Prabhu. Please give him a chair. I don't like if they sit on the floor.
Oh, we can't sit on the floor?
No.
There's no other place.
No, there's chairs there. Outside they're
There's
bringing.
chairs there.
They're bringing from outside.
we should maintain some maryada. They are seniors. Vedanta Madhav Prabhu is so senior. Yeah.
5 years.
Shri Ramananda Raya replied, to give up one's swadharma, swa means one's occupational duties, in the varnashram system is the essence of perfection. Mahaprabhu said this is also external. So let's hear what is swadharma tyaga means. Giving up one's occupational duties, what that means. Abandoning varnashram dharma. This is what we are hearing in so many days. There are two types of swadharma. Falling off one's occupational duty. Again, I think everyone will learn this now. We're repeating every day. Varna and ashram. Where is Pawan? What is varna?
Occupation.
Yes. Varna and ashram. What are 4 varnas and what are 4 ashrams?
Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. And the ashram is Brahmachari, Grihastha, Sannyas.
And 1 person. Very good. These are 2 types of swadharma. To practice varnashram dharma means what? To practice one's occupational duty, one's duties in which varna and ashram you belong to, with a desire to enjoy the fruits of one's activities and to offer one's work and its results to Krishna without desire to taste the fruit. So 2 things are there. If anyone following varnashram dharma correctly, bona fide way, there's always some results going to come, because that's pleasing to Vishnu. We heard the first verse, but partially pleasing to Lord, not fully pleasing to Lord. And that's why following those duties means there's always some sacrifice there in following one's occupational duty correctly. Just we hear the phrase, practice makes perfect. But perfect practice makes perfect. Not just practice. The practice has to be perfect too. So there's always some results if there's perfect practice. Even if you singing, playing instrument, practice, the fruits are always there. So 2 important points here. Following one's duties of varna and ashram with a desire to enjoy fruit of one's activities, this is 1. And to offer one's work and its results to Krishna without desiring the taste of fruits. Some people, they want the fruits, means the results. Some people, no, I don't want anything. Let the Lord keep with him, or let him decide, but I don't want any results. So looks like the second one is better. I'm following my duties, but I don't want any results. But Mahaprabhu declared both of these are external. That's very surprising. We understand one who desires fruits, desires the results, we can understand that's external, but one who don't want the results, that's also external. The sequence so far has been as follows. So now it's just recapitulating everything together. It was first suggested that varnashram dharma was the perfect goal. Day 1. We hearing this? It was suggested that varnashram dharma means the duties of was the perfect goal, yet Sriman Mahaprabhu designated it as external because by this process one cannot attain prema bhakti. Following one's duties is not enough to attain prema bhakti. What to speak of mounting the staircase of prema? One cannot get prema bhakti by following varnashram dharma at all. So that's why even Krishna in Bhagavad Gita is saying to reject this. In Bhagavatam, some verses they reject this. So this is for sure, we're not going to get prema bhakti by following varnashram dharma. Next, this was day 1. Then next, day 2, day 3. Offering the fruits of one's activities was presented as the ultimate goal. Yes, remember? Remember? Forgot? No? Forgot already. Forgotten. In just 3 days. What was the first one? That's why I'm going slow. First one is, come on, I just said.
Performing one's occupational duties.
Performing one's occupational duties, following varnashram dharma. Mahaprabhu said this is external. The next, what was next?
Offering the results.
Offering the results of one's activities was presented as ultimate goal. And what was Mahaprabhu's reaction on that?
External.
External. Why it was external? Not coming to the point. Because of the verse, Bhakti sanjate bhaktaya. Bhakti sanjate bhaktaya. Bhakti only comes from bhakti. Or bhakti only comes from bhaktas. Therefore, following any other system is not bhakti. This is so much for our awareness. I was discussing with Shravan Prabhu this morning. It's so much for our awareness. We may conclude our activities to be bhakti, but where it's not. So this is eye-opening. Only performing bhakti is bhakti. Other activities are not bhakti. And we are in dark thinking whatever I'm doing is bhakti. No, this is not bhakti according to Shastras. Yeah, according to my whims, yes, I can conclude this is bhakti. But according to Shastras, it's not, because bhakti sanjate bhaktaya. Bhakti only comes from bhakti. That's from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Vishnu Chakur Thakur. How many of you know or heard the Vishnu Chakur Thakur? Yes, couple of devotees. Yes. The commentator, the great commentator on the scriptures, especially Srimad Bhagavatam and other. He says that for those who are incapable of entering into bhajan, those who are incapable of entering into performing sincere and that strong severe bhajan, verses such as Yat Karoshi, which we heard yesterday, whatever you eat, whatever you drink, whatever you do, offer unto me. Offer unto me. Those who are incapable of entering into bhajan, for them this verse been spoken by Krishna, because they can't do bhajan. They don't understand what is the meaning of bhajan. Bhajan is not singing. Bhajan means Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. This is bhajan. So those who incapable, they can't or they don't know, for them Krishna gave one substitute. And what is that? Whatever you eat, offer to me. Whatever you do, offer to me. Any austerities, offer unto me. Like something is better than nothing. But actually, that verse, offering everything to Krishna, is not bhakti. Yeah. By properly performing one's role in varnashram dharma, the mind is gradually purified. Again, I'm emphasizing on this a lot. Following duties of varna and ashram is not bhakti, but because there are stages and many of us, we are not capable of doing the Sarup Siddha Bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. That's why at least something is better. Then follow the duties of Varnashram. At least the mind get purified by following your occupational duties. Some results are there. One step. By not following one's prescribed duties, one incurs a fault. Therefore, it is best to execute one's prescribed duty. Something is good. However, who abandons this process in order to perform bhakti is topmost sadhu. Not those who abandon this for not doing anything. Understand? I don't want to follow duties of Varnashram Dharma because I just want to chillax. This is too much. What is he saying? Go this, what that? Hearing, chanting, what is this? I don't want to follow anything. I just want to relax at the beach side. Nice, windy, sun is there. Just get massage. It's nice. I don't want to follow any Varnashram Dharma. So that's one category. Other is, the next one is one who abandons this process. Abandon the process of following Varnashram Dharma, first understanding what is Varnashram Dharma and then rejecting that for the sake of growing in bhakti. That's the topmost sadhu. Understand my point? Two kind of people. One is, I don't want to follow any duties. They are like atheist kind. But second category is one who first understand what is my prescribed duties and I'm ready to follow those prescribed duties. But after understanding the scriptures, like we're hearing from 5-6 days, oh, what I'm doing my prescribed duties, that's not leading me to bhakti. It's only just to purify my mind. It's actually not bhakti. I want to abandon this. For the sake of not chillaxing, but for the sake of bhakti. Then that person is called sadhu. Understand? And it can be in any ashram, brahmachari, grast, vanpras or sannyasi. As long as a feeling of detachment from this world of work and its fruits, culminating in the happiness of heavenly planets, has not arisen, or in other words, as long as faith in hearing and chanting, narration of my pastimes has not awoken, the many rules and regulations in regard to the performance of karma must be followed. Krishna said this strictly in Srimad Bhagavatam. If you're not inclined to hear my pastimes, you have no taste and you don't want, then at least better you should follow some prescribed duties. Then it is good for you. But actually I'm not very happy with that. He's saying straight. If one who is indifferent to hearing narrations about Krishna, a person like me, maybe many of us, if one who is indifferent to hearing narrations about Krishna abandons his swadharma, abandons one's prescribed duties, before a taste in hearing has arisen, he will fall into degraded condition. So I'm going to be bereft of performing bhakti, hearing and speaking about Krishna, and I'm also bereft of following my prescribed duties. Then what is that? Degraded condition. I'm nowhere there. That's why Krishna, he's uplifting that consciousness, speaking Bhagavad Gita, for those who have not developed the interest in hearing about Krishna. But all glories to those people and devotees who are in a developing stage, not even developed yet, but a developing stage, and want to know about Krishna. There's so many details. It's amazing. It's like more than an ocean. Very deep. Very wide. Even in a developing stage, like second verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. Dharma projit kaitav atra paramo nirmasaranam satam vedyam vastam atra vastu shivadam tapatrayana mudanam Srimad Bhagavat Mahamune krite kimva paraid ishvara sadyo hridde avaruditi kritavi shushubhya tatshanat. So what is the meaning? Well, no, just the essence, not word to word.
So this is describing the contents of Srimad Bhagavatam, that it is completely devoid of all
Lord.
that it is completely devoid of all duplicitous dharma, of all dharma that is not completely pure and meant only for bhakti. It completely differentiates what is real and what is false, and it is completely auspicious for anyone who hears it or recites it. It was composed by Srila Vyasadeva at his highest level of maturity, and anyone who hears the Srimad Bhagavatam in a pure way in one instant, Krishna will be manifest and present within his heart.
Sadhyo hridde avaruddhati. Translate this part, which is the most important.
So sadhyo hridya avarudyate, within the heart, Krishna is at once manifest, tat kshanat.
Tat kshanat means same moment. If anyone cultivates that desire, yes, I'm not a pure yet, but I have a desire to hear about Krishna, to know about him. Sadhyo hridde avaruddhati. The word sadhya means same moment, instantly. Krishna, he starts manifesting his presence in the heart of that person. But a counter question can be raised here. How Krishna can come sit in our heart, which is so impure right now? And Krishna doesn't sit in that heart which is impure. Then what is the procedure here? And what's happening? This is not something which can be seen. It's not something which is gross. It is all subtle dealings. Unseen. Many things which are not seen but they exist. You know? This procedure, sadhyo hridde avaruddhati, by giving up all other practices which are inferior in nature, by giving up duties of varnashram dharma, and one is ready, developing to hear about Krishna. The semblance of prema bhakti, the semblance of prema bhakti start manifest in the heart of the sadhak. Because Krishna only comes and sit in the heart of those who have prema bhakti. And right now prema bhakti is not there, but a shadow, a semblance is there. From where this shadow of bhakti manifested in the heart? Because of the interest, respect and regard to hear the narrations of Krishna. Immediately it attracts prema bhakti. Like in Brahm Muhurta, 1.5 hours before sunrise, that's the time to develop and cultivate spiritual energies which are prevailing. If one rise in the morning, chant, or perform some devotional activities, it gets connected to spiritual energies. And one can extract so much spiritual energy, strength, power in Brahm Muhurta. Attracts spiritual energies. And what happens? After 12 o'clock, if one is engaged oneself in any kind of activities, attracts whom? Spiritual energies. There's a time of mode of ignorance. So there's so many, some animals, they only come out in dark after 11 and 12. That's their time. Roaches, they only come out in the dark. Owl, these are all mode of ignorance, these animals.
Skunk.
Huh?
Skunk.
Hogs here in Hawaii. Similarly, there are subtle entities, ghosts and all. That's their time, mode of ignorance. And if someone is engaging in very inferior activities at that moment, one attracts those ghosts or those subtle beings. Everyone has their times. Whereas they get dormant when an early morning Brahm Muhurta, that's not their time. That's the time of demigods, the time of spiritual inclined personalities. So there's a time to attract those energies. That's why one feels, many times I speak with devotees, people, they say we feel weak. I don't know why, we don't know why we feel weak. Then I learn their practices. Oh, I sleep 2 o'clock in the night, I sleep 3 in the night. So definitely, your energies is getting pulled away, taken away by mode of ignorance. And those who have practiced to get up early in the morning, like Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada said, if you get up, rise early in the morning, 4 o'clock, 50% of spiritual life is guaranteed. But what to do, getting up early in the morning? Not to go sleep back again, but to chant and perform spiritual practices. One feels so much energy, spiritual energy, positive energy, the aura change in this practice. Try this for a month or 2 months. You feel the difference. So Sadhya Hridya Vrudati. First Prema Bhakti comes and manifests in the heart, and that Prema Bhakti is Shri Krishna, Karshnicha. That Prema Bhakti attracts Shri Krishna in the heart. Shri Krishna Akarshnicha. Just with one point of what? Shrimad Bhagavat Mahamuni Krite Kimva Parairishvara. Just with a little interest in hearing the topics about Krishna. Just a little bit. That attracts the Prema Bhakti. Immediately attracts. Understand? When we see beautiful people around, we get attracted. So, if anyone, Satang Prasangam Mamvirja Samvido, if anyone, X, Y, Z, animals, human beings, ghost, whoever it is, a little interest, respect to hear the topics of Krishna immediately attracts the Prema Bhakti. And Sadde, instantly, Hridya Avaruddhati, Krishna get control in the heart. Means he's starting getting control in the heart with the influence of that Prema Bhakti. This is how it works. So those, Krishna is saying, if one who is indifferent to hearing narrations about Krishna abandons his duties before a taste in hearing has arisen, he will fall into degraded condition. You are nowhere. Not developed bhakti and not even following your duties. So degraded condition. Such a person surrenders to Bhagavan because he fears the results of his good and bad karma, not because he has prema for the Lord. Such a person, because then he's suffering a lot. Health issues, mind issues, family issues, relative issues, many issues. Always one after the other. Mental issues, not maturity. Everything is negative. Immature stage. They feel everything is negative. This is a mind issue, mental issue. Such a person surrenders to Bhagavan, please help me, because he fears the results of his good and bad karma. But this is because of fear. I am suffering because I have done something in my past. There is a fear of my maybe some good karma or bad karma, but not because of love for Krishna. And because it is not intent for love for Krishna, this is external. Very straight. Mahaprabhu is saying this is external, this is not bhakti. Because there is fear of your interest in that. Mahaprabhu again and again is going to reject those ideas wherever there is self-interest involved in that. Even if it is at the point of performing austerity, you're doing for yourself or for Krishna's self. If it is for Krishna's self, then it will be in the category of bhakti. If it is self-interest or selfish, it's selfish. It's for self-interest. It's not bhakti. Straight. There is no if and buts in there. Sriman Mahaprabhu thus labeled abandoning the Varnashram Dharma external. It's totally external. This is not Bhakti, Baba. If you coming to me, I'm not saying, Mahaprabhu is saying, if you asking me, so my conclusion is, this is not Bhakti. But if you want to think this is your Bhakti, you can just carry on whatever you're doing. At least you're doing something. At least you're doing something. You're not atheist. You believe in God, God-fearing. Okay, keep on doing. But if you ask me, this is not Bhakti. This is very important. It is every person's birthright to accept devotional service. This is mentioned in all the scriptures. It's a birthright. What is our birthright? No, in an ordinary sense. Inheritance. It's my birthright. I will get oxygen. It's my birthright. I will get water. It's my birthright. I will get food. It's my birthright. I will get so many facilities from nature. It's my birthright. Because I came in this world. But on a higher level, is every person's, irrespective of you're Fijian, or you're Indian, you're American, or you're European, or you're Russian, or whatever, so it's the birthright of every person to accept devotional practice. Yashutva tatpara bhavet. Kya? Anugraya bhaktanam manushya tanu ashrita bhajate tadrisha keda yashutva tatpara bhavet. Meaning, you're very good in meaning. I'm very poor in this parable.
Anugrahaya bhaktanam manusham deham ashrita. This is the specialities of Krishna's pastimes, that he has come only to give, to bestow mercy upon the people in this world. Therefore, he has taken this human form of life. Bhajate tad rishi krida yashutva tatparo bhavet. And he is worshipped by all the rishis and mahantas in this world. And his pastimes are so sweet and so special that anyone who hears them, automatically they will develop bhakti and be absorbed in these pastimes.
Bhajate tadrisha keda yashutva parabhavet. What is the meaning of this?
Bhajate tadrishi krida means whoever is hearing and meditating upon this krida, these pastimes, yashutva, whoever is hearing, tat paro bhavet.
You understand what he said? They're not giving attention to you. They don't like you. They hate you like anything.
It's hard to hear.
See? Then why not telling?
It's hard to hear you.
Yes. Okay. The last line, please. Repeat one more time. Because I want to add a little flavor in that last line. Loud. Just the last line. Bhajate tadrisha keda.
Yashutva tat paro bhavet. Whoever is hearing Krishna's pastimes, they are so special that automatically they will become themselves absorbed within these pastimes.
Understand what he said?
Whoever is hearing Krishna's pastimes will automatically be absorbed in the pastimes.
This is the translation. But our Acharya's commentary on this says, not whoever, everyone should hear this. It's compulsory. Bhajate tadisha keda yashutva tato parabhavet. This is, it's a mandatory. Everyone should, must. This is their birthright. This is a commentary on this verse. This is their birthright. One should do this. Otherwise, there's no point of living. Gurudev used to say, not seriously, isse acha mar jao. What is the meaning?
Just die.
It just die.
Just die.
Even that person who does not follow Varnashram Dharma has the qualification to worship Vishnu. Therefore, very important verse in Bhagavatam, I was reciting this 3 days back. Agyam evam gunam dosham mai drishyan api sokam dharma santyajya va sarvam ma bhajate sacha sattama. What are the symptoms of a pure devotee? This is in Nav Yogendra Samvad. Those who read Bhagavatam, they know what I am referring to. 11th canto, 9 Yogendras, 9 pure devotees. And everyone is speaking something very important. Someone is speaking about the incarnations of the Lord. Someone is speaking, Kavir, Havi, Antriksh, Prapuddha, Piplayan, Avihotra, Drumil, Avihotra, Karbhajan. 9 Yogendras, 9 pure devotees. And one of them is just describing the symptoms of a pure devotee. Okay, what are the symptoms of pure devotee? How are we going to look? How are we going to detect they are pure or impure? Is there any label? They put right a partial impure, partial pure, so you can easily judge. In regard to this, okay, making it simple because I'm getting the point by seeing the faces. Some devotees not understanding what's happening. Don't worry. So much is happening, even if you're not understanding this. You're getting this impression, hearing this topic again and again from 1 week. So don't think you're not getting it. You're getting this. And keep on hearing this. Because maybe after a month or so, when Gopa Prabhu giving class, he will bring up these points. So then you're going to, oh yes, I was hearing this in the month of May also. Yes, this is how we all learn. Again and again, hearing the same topics. Anyway, coming to the main point. Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he used to utter this verse a lot while giving teachings to people in general in masses and also to devotees. This is a beautiful verse from Bhagavatam by Rishabdev. Rishabdev had 100 sons. How many? 100. And he was the ruler of the whole planet Earth. Whole planet Earth. And one day, he called upon his 100 sons. My sons, come. I want to share the asset of my life, the wealth of my life. Everyone thought, very good. Dad is going to give us some legacy, some territories. We're going to become kings now. When they all came, Shri Rishabdev said, so listen. Naham de bhajam nirloki, kashtam kamam artham vidbhujami. Know this? Oh my sons, I want to share the greatest wealth I've earned until now. The Lord has given this body not to waste and enjoy like hogs and dogs. Because their purpose of life is what? Eating, sleeping, mating and defending. That's all. They get up in the morning, first thing they want to eat. That's all. Every bird, every animal. And all day they are eating. And then sleeping. Some sleep in day, some sleep in night. Then mating, producing children. And most of them they come defending. I don't understand their psychology. I was asking Malika this morning. We were walking and a dog came in the premises. We are out premises. Dog came and started barking. I said, Malika, why the dog is barking? Can you tell me what's the psychology of the dog? We are not harming him, we're just passing by. She said, because the dog is thinking we are here to rob the house. I said, but I'm not entering the premises. I'm just outside, walking by. So why are they thinking negative? That I'm here to rob this house. Or they're thinking, somebody said that maybe they're thinking we're going to harm them. So they're always very aware and I can ask, Laura, what is the point? Why dog bark when someone walk by or pass by? What is their psychology? What they think?
Defending themselves.
Defending some.
Territorial.
Yes, defending themselves. So they always have this attitude, this mood of defending. This is inherent in them. Understand? Eating, sleeping, mating and defending. So I'm not saying this. Rishabdev, who is also incarnation, Shaktavish avatar of Bhagwan. My sons, 100 sons, 100. The Lord has not given this body to waste like hogs and dogs. Oh, but Father, Dad, we thought this is the whole purpose of life, to enjoy. Then what's the purpose of life? He said, the purpose of life is Tapo Divyam Putraka. Oh my dear sons, the Lord has given this life to know about Him, means to know about the God. Understand? Beware of God. Sometime we should write this also. Beware of God. Otherwise, so many reactions going to come. Beware of Him. So God has given this, Krishna has given this body to know about Him. And what is the benefit to know about Him? Is He has so much attitude? Ego? Yes. He's the best person to manifest or show his ego. Because that's the true ego. Everything belongs to Him. We belongs to Him. The entire nature, the whole universe belongs to Him. So naturally He has this real ego. But He's very humble person. Even though He's possessor of everything. So then Rishabdev said, Tapo Divyam Putraka. Krishna has given this body to serve Him. And by serving Him, what's going to happen? We are the one who are going to get benefited out of it. Bliss, happiness, for which we spend hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars to get like 2 hours or 3 hours happiness, going in a concert or going in many other places or sightseeing for happiness and bliss. But Father, this is true. What you're saying is correct. We're going to follow this. But how to cultivate this mood? Then Rishabdev said, by association of sadhus. My sons, I'm going to tell you something very straight. Not hiding or polishing anything. Mahant sevam dwaram, this is the second verse after that. Mahant sevam dwaram ahir vimuktam. Tamodwaram yoshita sangi sangam. How many of you been in airports? Everyone? What happens when someone drop you and you say bye and you start just walking at the gate? Is there any guard who opens the gate? Or it just open itself? It just open itself. Mahan sevam dwaram avir muktam. My sons, if you serve the devotees, the door of liberation, the door of bliss and spiritual world automatically going to open for you. There's no one to open that. It's going to be naturally, automatically going to be open for you. Whereas, Tamodwara Yoshiti Sangi Sangam. If you always associating and adopting the nature of materialistic people, then the doors of hell automatically going to open for you. Your choice. I'm not forcing any of you. Your independent choice. You want to go to the progression stage of liberation, or you want to go to the degraded stage of hell. Whatever you like. So if you serve devotees, the doors of liberation are going to open for you. If you're going to serve materialistic people, the doors of hell is going to open for you. Your choice. Okay. That's very good understanding. But Father, how we come to know who are pure devotees? How they look like? They have some horns, or they have some 3 heads or 4 eyes? No. Not by external appearance. They will be known with the symptoms. So Father, what are those symptoms? Mantaste samchit prashant surid sadvaye. They can be known with the symptoms. What are symptoms? Mantaste samchit prashanta. They are samchit. Samchit means equipoised in all situations. Prashanta means they are very quiet, sober in nature. Surid, they are well-wishers to everyone. Even to a murderer, even to a terrorist, even to animals. They are well-wisher to everyone. You understand? There is one story of Gautam Buddha, not the incarnation Buddha. There are two Buddhas, if you want to know this. There are two Buddhas, they are not one Buddha. One Buddha is the incarnation of Krishna. So those who follow this sect, I don't think so they are even aware of this. The original Buddha is the incarnation of Krishna. Keshavadhrita Buddha Sharira Jai Jagadish Hare. But recent days, what we see, the followers, they are not following the original incarnation of Krishna Buddha. They follow Gautam Buddha, who got enlightened in the same village where Lord Buddha appeared. And that is Gaya in India. Gaya. He was sitting under a tree and he got nirvana, enlightenment. So he was a very rich, he was prince, but he renounced everything. In his young age, once upon a time, he was looking through his window and he was not allowed to go out because very rich prince of the son of the king. So once upon a time he saw some small young boys playing. So he asked his teacher, "Oh, so happy, they're playing." And after few minutes he saw one adult walking. And after a few minutes he saw old man walking like this, bent. And maybe next day he saw a dead body. 4 people were carrying a dead body. So he asked his teacher, "What is this?" "I saw some boys playing, very young in age." He asked this. Boys playing, then I saw the adult, then I saw old man. What is this? Then his teacher taught him, oh my boy, this is different ages. We all have to go through this age. Young, teenager, then adult, middle age, old age, and this is final pastime. This final time pass, and this is final pastime. And that is death. You'll be carried with 4 shoulders. And this day going to come. Everyone's life. No one can avoid this. And just by hearing this, a mood of renunciation appeared in him. Then why am I enjoying all these luxuries around me? If I have to die one day, I'm also going to get old. He said, of course, everyone. I'm also going to die one day. Of course. Then what is the purpose of enjoying these luxuries? I thought this is going to be eternal. I want this to be eternal. He said, no. The teacher says it's not going to happen. And just by thinking of this, very smart, a mood of renunciation appeared in him. Then why? I'm doing this. Better than I follow spirituality. I don't want to come again and again in this world, taking birth and then dying, taking birth and dying, taking birth, going to school and then dying. Once upon a time in India, I was giving a lecture. One young boy, maybe 9-10 years old, he came on the stage. He said, "Maharaj, I promise I'm going to chant every day. I promise I'm going to hear Bhagavatam every day. I promise I'm going to do bhajan of Krishna every day. Because I don't want to come in this life again." I said, "Very good. That's very good. But what inspired you? He said, because it's so hard to go school every day. To get up, yes? Kids, it's too difficult to get up early in the morning to go school. So I want to be, this is my last birth. I don't want to go school again. Innocent. He's such an innocent boy. So Gautam Buddha, he got renunciation. He sat under a tree and he got nirvana, enlightenment. And that's another topic, that's not our subject. And that's not a perfection in realm of bhakti. But anyway, the important point is, when he started preaching, he made so many disciples. And once upon a time, he was passing by a village. Going to another village, he had to cross a jungle. And the villagers advised him, Guruji, don't go in that forest. There's a dacoit whose name is Ungli Mal. A very famous story we used to, in our school days, we used to read this. Ungli Mal. Ungli Mal means anyone who's passing by that forest, he murdered that person, and as a symbolic, he just cut one finger and hang over his neck like a garland to show that how many people I've killed in my life. And it's a big garland of fingers. And that's why, out of fear, no one is even going there. So please don't follow that direction, follow the other direction. Buddha said, thank you so much for informing me. I wasn't even sure I'm going to go this direction where this person lives, but now you told me I'm definitely going to go in this direction. What is the purpose of my enlightenment if I'm not able to change someone? I'm going to go in this direction only now. No, Guruji, please don't go. Say, don't worry. God is there to protect. If He wants to kill, who can save? And if He wants to save, who can kill? Fully surrender mood. And therefore he went to that forest. He's walking in the forest and he saw Ungli Ma, demonic, ferocious, holding an axe in his hand and garland of fingers. This is so beautiful, garland of flowers. Garland of fingers around him. And he said, wait! When he saw Buddha, he said, wait! And Buddha, very mild smile on his face, he said, you have to wait. I waited so long, now it's your time to wait. So he's speaking in his spiritual sense. He said, don't walk further. Buddha said, that's why I'm here, to inform you, don't walk further. You already done so much. I'm going to kill you. Buddha said, that's very easy. But I'm here to teach you something difficult. You want easy part or the difficult one? Who are you to encourage me or inspire me or speaking these foolish things? Buddha said, you're going to learn very soon. You know my strength? Buddha said, yes, show your strength. He took his axe and he chopped off one branch of a tree. I'm so powerful. Buddha said, this is stupidity. This is very easy what you did. Then what is difficult? Buddha said, to put this branch back to the tree. This is difficult. And throw a challenge on you. Accomplish the difficult one. Killing and chopping the branch is simple thing. So this is not your glories. This is a very simple task you're doing. And if you do difficult one, that's your glories. Put this branch back. No, I can't do this. Buddha said, that's why I'm here to tell you this. Killing people is so easy. Giving life is difficult. Can you give life to someone? Then I'll glorify you. Then I'll be surrendered to you, and then you can kill me. Just by hearing these words, his concept changed. What I'm doing? It's totally changed. And he fell at his feet. I'm so sorry, forgive me. You're a saintly person. Your vibes, your words of wisdom, they just changed my perception. Therefore, please excuse my offenses. I killed so many people in my life. Am I a recipient of your mercy? Can I be a recipient of your mercy? Can I become your disciple? He said, sure. Who's stopping you? Your ego was stopping you. But I intentionally came here for you. I was being told not to come here. I came just because of you. And he became disciple. So when he became disciple, he shaved because he was having very ferocious form. He shaved everything, totally shaved. He became so effulgent, wearing one cloth to cover his body and one small cloth. That's all. And he's walking behind his Guruji. When he went to the other village, all the villagers were there to welcome. Oh Guruji, you have come. Guruji, you have come. Which path you took? He said, from this jungle. Oh, this jungle? You didn't encounter Unglimal, that demon? He said, yes. I saw him. I spoke to him. You survived? You understand? Because this person, Unglimal, he was shaved. No one was able to recognize him. So Buddha said, yes, I'm survived. Oh, thank God. Because it's very difficult to get out of his clutches. It's so difficult. Thank you, survived. He said, not only survived, I made him devotee too. He said, no way, Guruji, it's impossible. Impossible. It's day and night difference. Buddha said, he's my follower. And when they saw him, Blimal, they all got so scared and they want to take revenge because he has killed many of their relatives, father, mother, many. They all took stones and started hitting him. They took stone and hitting him, and he was tolerating all that. He was tolerating all that stones on him, getting hurt on his head, chest, all over. Then Buddha asked him, Unglimal, why are you not reacting? He said, because why have to react? This is a result of my activities. I have to be very tolerant because I offended these people. I murdered many of their relatives. So they're good. They're right to do this. He spoke such sweet words, everyone stopped. No, now there is no point to throw stones on him. He's changed. He transformed. Why I raise this point? It's a very interesting story. The point is, Mantaste, Samchit Prashant Surid, they're well-wisher to everyone. This is the nature of sadhu. One example we are all familiar with is Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. When he came to America, what was his treatment? A very bad treatment. A drunk kicked him once upon a time. I saw that video, that movie. He didn't have any shelter. On the streets, in winters, in New York, temperature is 25, 26 Fahrenheit. So one drunk gave one balcony, some outside porch for his stay there. And one night, he was too much drunk, he came and started kicking Srila Prabhupada. Kicking him. And Srila Prabhupada tolerated this. Never said any cursing words to him. Because of this nature of well-wisher. They cannot be bad wisher to anyone. They are always well-wisher. This is a nature like a tree. Tree never harms anyone. Never harm anyone. Je je mange tar tei apan dhan. If we throw stone on the tree is not going to retaliate and throw stone back to us. What is going to give? Fruit. It's wealth. That's the nature of a tree. Always give shade, leaves, flowers, fruits, skin, for furniture, everything. But never ask anything in return. There's some nature of sadhus, well-wishers, Surid Sadhvayi. So Rishabdev said, my sons, if you ever encounter such kind of sadhu, take shelter of them. These are their symptoms, not just external appearance, but these are the symptoms of sadhu. They are samchit. They are always equal in all situations. Prashanta, they are very quiet, grave. They are well-wishers and they are very sober in nature. But wait a minute, my sons. These symptoms can also be found in some very good gentlemen too. Social workers, motivational speakers, big donors. They also have this mood. They are well-wishers. They are very sober. So what is the line of what? Discrimination between a sober gentleman and a sadhu. Then Rishabdev said, Shri Rishabdev said, Yeva Maishe Krit Sodart Arthaha. This line of discrimination is, the sadhu nature is, they always consider Krishna Prem as the goal of their life, the aim of their life. Ordinary gentlemen have no sense that Krishna Prem means attaining the love of God is my aim of human life. This is a line of discrimination. Therefore, my advice to all of you, be in association of sadhus, serve them, hear Harikatha from them, and make your life successful. This is my wealth. So the eldest one took very seriously. His name was Bharat. And he became Bharat Maharaj. The other 9 also took very seriously. And they became 9 sannyasis, Nav-yogendras. Yeah. But 81, they became karmakadis amongst the 100 sons of Rishabdev. This was a favorite verse of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Why this came? Agyavam gunana dosham. One of the yogendras said this. The meaning is Krishna saying to his best friend, bestie, you are my bestie. Who's Krishna's bestie? Arjuna is not bestie. You may wonder why. Krishna became the charioteer of Arjuna. What can be more close relationship than that? They used to eat together, sleeping together in the same bed. Still they are not bestie. Why? Because when Krishna showed his universal form, Arjuna got scared. Arjuna got scared. Oh, I'm so sorry. I addressed you as Krishna. I addressed you as my friend. You became my driver. I'm so sorry, right, Lord. Krishna said, I didn't like this. I thought we are friends. But I just showed a little opulence to you. You started fearing and scared of me. But Uddhav is the best one. There are many friends, but not all are intimate ones. If there is some burden in the heart, we turn to our best friend. So Krishna, he was feeling separation from his gopis, from Radharani. So he chose his bestie, Uddhav. And he said, Gacho Uddhav Brajam Somyam Pitrona Pitrim Ahvanam. Uddhav, please help me. I'm dying in separation from Radharani. From my gopis, from my parents, from my friends too. Please go to Vrindavan and pacify them. Yeah? That's why Uddhav is best. So Krishna is addressing, oh Uddhav, this is very important, then I'm ending up. My instructions concerning prescribed duties of Varna and Ashram are described in the scriptures. Pawan, hearing this? Again, oh Uddhav, my instructions concerning the prescribed duties are described in the scriptures. I am the one who is giving these instructions. Krishna is saying, one who deliberates on their merits and limitations. What is the condition? One who deliberates on the merits and the limitations of my instructions which I gave in the scriptures, and then gives up those duties towards varnashram dharma for the sake of loving me. He is the best amongst all the persons. He becomes sadhu. Understand? Understand? Yes or no?
Yes.
Say yes or no.
Yes.
No? Anyone know? Then I will repeat again. Raghunath is saying no. One more time. Krishna addressed to Uddhav. Be attentive. Just 2 minutes, please. Very important point. Krishna is addressing to his best friend Uddhav. I, the one who established instructions in the Shastras, in the scriptures, my instructions concerning about one's duties to follow in Varna and Ashram system, I am the one who established that. I give the instructions to them. But one who deliberates on the merits of following Varnashram Dharma and limitations of following the duties of Varnashram Dharma, and after deliberating on this, then reject that. Reject not for the sake of enjoying the beaches in Honolulu, but rejection for my sake, for loving me. Because one who get entangled in following the duties of Varnashram Dharma, then it's totally different section. You can't love me then. So you have to give up that one section and put all your energy in just loving me, performing bhajans to me. Perform bhajan to me. Otherwise your energy is getting distracted. And I don't like any distractions. Whole soul just unto me. And by doing so, you will be considered as topmost sadhu, a devotee of mine. Understand?
Yes.
Very good. This is good, yes. Is it too much? Srila Prabhupada said 45-minute class is very good. The mind is so active and there's a limit to understand everything. Yes?
Yes.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Relax. Breathe. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai I think everyone liked the example of Buddha, right? With that murderer. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, the founder of the Gaudiya Math, in 1918, he established this. When he was preaching, he was also preaching very boldly and strongly, without any fear. And he was refuting everyone's argument which were bogus and not aligned with pure bhakti. And because of his preaching, many were getting attracted by him. But those who were preaching other sects or other things, they were losing their followers. So they became totally against Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. And the worst situation was in Navdeep Parikrama, when Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, 1930, when he was with almost 15,000 people in Navdeep Dham Parikrama, those who were against him, they took glass bottles and bricks and they started throwing on him. They wanted to kill him. Understand? But then the prominent disciples of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, namely Shri Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj and many others, they took their Guru Maharaj forcefully inside somewhere and they came out boldly to fight with those people, and then they chased them away. Then Param Gurudev, Shri Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj, he filed a court case against those people who tried and attempt to kill our Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada. Court case. And they have all evidences, even the names and everything. When Srila Prabhupada came to know this, that my disciple, means my dear disciple, Param Shri Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj, Vinod Bihari Brahmachari, he filed a court case against them. Prabhupada called upon him, come, take your case back. I don't want this case. But Guru Maharaj, they wanted to kill you. This attempt to murder case. I want them to be behind the bars. Let them suffer there. Another example of a tree who's so tolerant. Srila Prabhupada said, no, I don't want any harm to them. Take your case back. Because they try to harm my body, I can tolerate this. But when they're going to try harm my lectures or my philosophy, then I'm not going to spare them. We have to fight them on writings, means on lectures, on books, not physical harming anyone. We are not supposed to harm anyone. Take the case back. Param Gurudev, on the order of his Guru Maharaj, he took the case back. And because of this generosity of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada, it was printed in all the newspapers, the headline. And what was the headline? Nityanand is still present. Lord Nityanand is still present in this age. They compared Srila Prabhupada with Sri Nityanand Prabhu, because Nityanand Prabhu also got hit it on his forehead with that clay pot, and the blood started emanating from his forehead. And even then Nityanand Prabhu forgave them. Not only forgave them, but also he gave prema bhakti to them. On this action, generous action of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, instructing his disciple to take the case back. I don't want to harm them. Even they wanted to harm me. I don't want to harm them. Let them hear more, and maybe they will get changed and transform into this. So the title said in newspaper, Nityanand is still present at this age. So we heard the example of Buddha, and there are many others, but the best example, the living example, and we are familiar of this, is Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and also Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Udana Swami Maharaj. He also got many times threatened in many places in preaching by so many rough people. He tolerated every even there's some etiquette to serve one spiritual master. In India, everyone is familiar of that. When Srila Prabhupada in the 60s, when he came to New York preaching in America, not everyone knew what the etiquettes to receive a Gurudev, how to serve him, how to speak to him, where to sit, where not to sit, those do and don'ts. No one was aware. But he was so tolerant, he didn't objected on this. But he did train his disciples. He trained with Vedic system how you have to greet your Guru when he comes, how you have to farewell your Gurudev or any sadhu. It's not that a sadhu comes to your home and then, okay, hi, bye, see you tomorrow. No. If you go India, you'll see differently. They go all the way, follow. It's called following the footsteps. Not actually in that sense, but there's one word I'm forgetting. This is in Bhakti Sami Sindhu. Following 64 limbs of bhakti is that give a farewell to sadhu, walk few steps behind him to give a farewell or to receive him, and by doing so one gets bhakti. This is in Bhakti Sami Sindhu. Srila Prabhupada taught everyone, tolerated everything. Yeah. Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj gave an example. Because when Srila Prabhupada came to India, there was no any centers. And he sent Achyutanand Prabhu and many other seniors to go and learn from Gaudiya Math sannyasis. And that means, and then Srila Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti Dayit Madhav Goswami Maharaj, my Guru Maharaj, many Prabhupada's godbrothers. Achyutanand Prabhu was telling me in a nutshell that he went all Gaudiya Maths and there he learned. Prabhupada sent him to go and learn from them what are the melodies to sing. Bhajans of Bhakti Thakur and Narottam Thakur. What are the morning melodies and the evening melodies? So he learned and then he started telling his godbrothers, and this way it got expanded. Yeah. So one point I forgot now. The basic etiquettes. So Srila Maharaj said, once upon a time a brahmachari, a devotee, he was staying in Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math, Srila Bhakti Dayit Madhav Goswami Maharaj Math. And once upon a time, Maharaj saw, he was applying tilak. And how he was applying tilak? He was spitting and rubbing tilak. Because we need some water drops to make it a little wet and to put on forehead. So instead of water, because he's very new in Krishna consciousness, he only learned that we have to apply tilak. Because Mahaprabhu strictly told his own associate Mukunda Prabhu, when Mahaprabhu was giving his teaching and learnings to his students, on the bank of Ganga, once upon a time, Mukunda Prabhu came without applying tilak and Mahaprabhu corrected him. Mukunda, this is not correct. Your chanting of mantra went in vain because of not applying tilak. So this is what in those beginning years everyone learned. So they learned that we have to apply tilak. And for tilak we need some water drops. So there was no water, so he spit and he's putting tilak on the forehead. Seeing this is not like a good etiquette. So one devotee, one brahmachari was in angry mood. What is this? This is contamination, spitting and putting tilak. When he was in angry mood to correct, Srila Maharaj said, no. Take everything positive. Don't stop him. He's going to learn, gradually he's going to learn more and more. But don't say anything in angry mood. At least he has learned that I have to apply tilak. By association with Srila Prabhupada, at least he learned that I have to apply tilak. No matter how he's applying. Understand? To one level, there's some understanding. And gradually by associating more and learning more, they will learn more and more. The point is, in the beginning, Srila Prabhupada tolerated so much. Even he taught his own disciples how you have to worship me. It is so embarrassing for Guru. You understand this? It's so embarrassing. Take this ghee lamp and you have to offer 7 times peacock feather, the charmer, flowers. You have to put flowers on feet, not on my head. It is not easy. It's so embarrassing. But he crossed all the limits. This is called well-wisher. Cross all limits to teach his disciple, even to ladies, how to put saris. A sannyasi is putting sari on him to teach the ladies. It's not easy. It's very embarrassing. But he crossed all those limits, acting as well-wisher to all his disciples. Not disciples, to the entire world. Teaching them, preaching them this. So there are many examples. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, Srila Swami Maharaj, and many other examples. They all are well-wishers. They are like tree, tolerant. And they look for opportunity to train everyone. In the Vedic system, there are so many etiquettes to know, to learn. How to serve deities, how to give regard, respect to deities. They're not statues. They're just standing like this. They're deities, they're Lord, present in a house. So how we have to regard them? When we leave home, pay obeisances or just greet. When you come back home, greeting them. Many details are there. Many other details some other time. That's not my topic tonight. So there are many details how we have to welcome the Vaishnavas. If devotees at home, if I'm the host and devotees came my home, what I'm supposed to do? No, I'm not pointing out to anyone, please don't. I'm just telling the etiquettes. We have to welcome each and every devotee. Each and every devotee. In India, what to speak of devotee, even if a guest comes, Atithi Deva Bhava. What is the meaning?
Every guest, everyone who comes to your door is like a demigod.
Yes. And when the Vaishnava and Vaishnavis comes, so much regard and respect. My house is purified today because Kirtan happened, Harikatha happened, devotees came, all devotees chanting every day. And they're seniors, they're chanting for years. My house got purified, one feel delighted, so happy. When Gurudev came my home first time, I was very young then. It was like 20 years. Gurudev and some devotees. I was so happy, so happy. He stayed 3 days at my home. And in those days, I'm speaking about 91, 92. Not big crowd with Gurudev then. Handful of devotees there. And I was so happy. Oh, because even though I was not aware that he is Amma Bhagavad, is a pure devotee, but just sannyasi in my home, I was so happy. So it's a matter of happiness, delight. Vaishnavas came my home. And I got the opportunity to serve Vaishnavas. Not that, oh my God, they came again. I have to cook again. Oh, in this hot weather. Oh gosh, why they come again and again? Not like that. It's a matter of joy. Devotees came my home. Harikatha happened. Kirtan happened. It's pleasure. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. This is how we show our respect, regard to all the Vaishnavas. So Hari, Guru and Vaishnavas. Krishna, Gurudev and the Vaishnavas. One last point. It's my duty to tell. So don't mind. Don't mind. Host, this is how Gurudev trained and taught us. Host is always supposed to eat in the last. If anything left, or if it doesn't left at all. Always in the last. You can't eat before the guest. And it's not about just us. When I was serving Gurudev, my Gurudev, Rup Sanatan Gaudiya Math in Vrindavan, Gurudev invited all sannyasis and Vaishnavas from other Gaudiya maths for Rup Goswami conference. Beginning in like 2002, 2003. I was surprised. We made a seat of Gurudev next to all the sannyasis, the first seat. He wasn't sitting there. And he was instructing us. Give them rice, give them chutney, give them papadam. Oh, dal is not there. Give water. He was instructing all the brahmacharis. Then Gurudev Sevak told him, Gurudev, you please, they were waiting for you. They were not going to eat if you're not eating. He said, no, I'm going to eat in the last. They're my guests. But then all sannyasis, they said, no, Maharaj, you are so senior. We are just like your disciples. He said, no, you are my guest. I can't eat before you. Then Srila Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami Maharaj he was also not eating. He said, I'm not going to eat. I'm also going to eat in the last with Narayan Maharaj. Let everyone get prasadam first. And on that point then, everyone forced Gurudev to sit down, and then they both started prasadam because no one was eating. They wanted, because it's etiquette. There's so many etiquettes like that. So even Gurudev. My Guru Maharaj, 102 years old, Shri Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, you see, he made a very bold statement which was so known in all the Gaudiya maths, amongst his godbrothers and his followers, disciples. Guru Maharaj used to say, on any programs, when he inviting all the Vaishnavas from other temples, I'm humbly requesting and begging all of you to make sure you all take prasadam. And if anyone leaves without eating prasadam, for inetiquette from my side or any of my disciples, if any one devotee leaves here without taking prasadam, I want to die that day. That's going to be my death. Yes. Such a emotional and bold statement. I want to die that day because I don't want any Vaishnava to leave without taking prasadam. And Guru Maharaj is supposed to, he's senior most in the whole Vaishnava community in them, senior most Vaishnava on the planet Earth. So he is supposed to eat first because he is the host. The program is happening in his temple. He's not guest, he's a host. And when he was eating, when all devotees, they finish prasad, they leave the temple, and Guru Maharaj's own disciples, we all finish prasadam, and then in the last, around 4 p.m., because it was a lunch program, when everyone took prasad, in the last, Guru Maharaj used to take prasad, 4 or sometimes 5. Make sure even my disciples who were busy all day cooking and serving, make sure that they also took prasad. Because he said, everyone came on my invite. I am the host. So I cannot take a grain before everyone receive prasad. Such a high standard. But this is a basic Vaishnava etiquette in the Vaishnava world. Yeah? Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. 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 Jai Jai Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Raman, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. One name, Brahmanan Bharti. Somebody asked me a question at the time of Sri Mahaprabhu, were there sannyasis also along with Mahaprabhu? Yes. Sarup Damodar Goswami was in sannyas. Brahmanan Bharti, sannyasi. There were many sannyasis with Mahaprabhu and Grasthas too. Mahaprabhu taught with his own example one more important point, which Gurudev and Srila Swami Maharaj, he also taught the entire world. Once upon a time, when Mahaprabhu was in Jagannath Puri, Brahmanan Bharti came. He's sannyasi. Understand? Try to understand this if you're not familiar with this topic. Brahmanan Bharti is not Mahaprabhu's disciple. He's godbrother of his Gurudev. So you see the status there? Brahmanan Bharti is godbrother of his Guru Maharaj, of Mahaprabhu's Gurudev. Understand? Devotees came to Mahaprabhu and said, Brahmanan Bharti is here in Jagannath Puri. Mahaprabhu was so happy and joy to hear this. Yes, where is he? I want to rush and see, because he's not different from my Gurudev. He's godbrother of my Gurudev. And when Mahaprabhu come across Brahmanan Bharti, he was wearing a deer skin instead of wearing sannyasi dress. Mahaprabhu saw Brahmanan Bharti and Mahaprabhu said, where is he? Where is he? I can't see him. I can't see him. Where is he? And Brahmanan Bharti understood what Mahaprabhu is indicating to me. He went inside, he took out this deer skin and he put on this sannyasi attire. When he came out, Mahaprabhu said, oh, Brahmanan Bharti, Jai Ho, Jai Ho. He paid obeisances to him. It's so auspicious to have your darshan. You godbrother of my Guru Maharaj. I'm so happy. Mahaprabhu gave so much regard and respect. He didn't say anything directly to Brahmanan Bharti because to follow the etiquettes. Because Brahmanan Bharti is, of course, Mahaprabhu is God, but here in this human-like pastime, Brahmanan Bharti is godbrother of his Guru Maharaj. So Mahaprabhu can't directly correct him. What you wearing? You being a sannyasi. Where's your devotional cross? You're so senior, but you're teaching others. Mahaprabhu cannot say this because Maryada, the etiquette is there. So indirectly, Mahaprabhu said, I don't see him. And then he understood, Brahmanan Bharati understood what Mahaprabhu is saying and how he has to change. When he changed, Mahaprabhu came and paid obeisances to him. Now I can see him. And that was a lesson to everyone else sitting there. This is how, if you read Chaitanya Charitamrita, you will see how Mahaprabhu interactions with his seniors, with his juniors. With his juniors, strict on the face. This is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Even rejection. I will not give prema to my mother. Sachi Mata. Very strict. But in that interactions in Chaitanya Charitamrita, if you read, not just give reading but understand this, how Mahaprabhu is interacting with his seniors. There's so much etiquette is there. Anyway, thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Gaur Premanande. So